very surprised with so far. We have a lot of momentum on the wholesale side. We've got quite a few very large teams from other IMOs that are already reaching out and looking to try to move organizations over to our wholesale path. Very exciting times. We absolutely want to have and see that happen. But what's been really surprising to us is those on the outside that we thought would choose the wholesale path have actually been reaching out to us to find out how they can set up their organization to actually come in under that owner producer path that we've set up. They see the benefits that are going to be rolled out, and we'll get to that summary in just a second. But these individuals have wanted to come to Symmetry for some time. They maybe be missing something from their previous company or the previous life. They might be missing the culture. They might be missing the support. They might be really struggling with leads. There's a lot of different stories that we're hearing, but what's most predominant is folks want to be a part of that franchisable system, and they want to get the benefits that come with it. The time, the money, the QMS, the equity appreciation right opportunities that could honestly change so many lives. And I know in my heart that it will. So there's a lot of excitement going on at Symmetry. And over the next few Thursdays, as we spoke about, we're going to be getting more and more detailed about these different options, about these different programs, so that everybody's very clear. So we already talked about the owner path. It's the flagship path for Symmetry. If you're new to this call, you'll be empowered with support, training, the tools you need to be a successful agent. The growth of your agency generates passive income for you, which will lead to having the ultimate time and money. It's an ultimate balance of both of those. And for those of you that have not seen it before, or those of you that have, you will know that our founder, Casey Watkins, on a whiteboard teaching that philosophy of why it's so important for us to create time and money is really what this company was built on. Brandon and Casey and Pope wanted to build an organization that would have been the ideal fit for the way they wanted to live their lives. And that was never about how much money they could make. You've already heard them say if it was about how much money they wanted to make, they could have already taken opportunities that would have retired them years ago. But it's not what they wanted. They're truly passionate about this. They're truly passionate about the individuals that are on this path and on this journey that are striving to accomplish what themselves and so many others at Symmetry have already accomplished. It's true. It's I wish everybody out there could be in this home office and see the real heart and soul of these individuals like I get to, because they mean it. They want time and money. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have time to enjoy it with the ones you love, or to share it with meaningful charities and your communities and your family and your friends, what really do you have? So the real path at the franchisable model for Symmetry is this ownership, our producer path. And speaking on that producer path, in the past, we realized there was the challenges where those that were trying to move up and get higher contracts might have capped out, might have got hung up. You know, one thing that we wanted to be very delicate about with the producer path is we do not want to force individuals to give up on growing themselves before they decide that the owner's path is truly not for them. I can't tell you, Imelda, if you're out there, if you would have heard Imelda's story the other day on the conference call when she and Purdy and their team were on the call, the responses we got at the home office, to hear somebody like that pour her heart out and explain that she joined Symmetry and only wanted to produce. She wanted nothing to do with building a team. She wanted to go out, protect American families, make a good living, and write her own schedule. She wanted nothing to do with leadership. But you know what Imelda did? Imelda didn't give up on herself. She started getting herself into the culture. She started seeing what was going on around her. She started plugging into Kevin Purdy. You know, she started finding a couple of agents here and there. And then suddenly she is finding herself in a position where her agency was growing so fast she had to plug in, she had to read, she had to put herself and time into personal development. That led her to a place where she had to become a battery big enough for others to plug into. And I say all this to say that we want lifetime producers. We truly do. We also want to give everybody an opportunity to make sure they're giving themselves enough time to get into our culture, get into our system, and spend time to grow themselves, because you never know what true potential might be there waiting to be unleashed. And so that's why it's very important for us to make sure that that owner and producer path, and when we go back over the next couple of weeks, we'll look at the promotion guidelines, make sure that we're being very clear on those. But you'll see that they're built for a very specific reason. They're built so individuals can choose their own path, people can grow, people can make different decisions along that journey. If they find out that one or the other path is right for them, they have that opportunity to make that switch. And you also have the ability to go up to that 110% contract and really have some financial freedom either which way you choose. Ultimately, we can get to the 120, but there are certain stipulations and things that we'll cover in great detail on the guidelines in the next coming 2 weeks. But the path really is yours, and it allows flexibility, and it allows the owner's side of the path to really go out and to recruit top level producers out there. They're looking for a home to plant their flag. So lastly, we have the wholesaler. The wholesaler is the Quility wholesale model. There's two divisions. We get a lot of confusion about this, and understandably so. The wholesaler side has two different divisions. One is truly the agency side. There's the opportunity where we're seeing a lot of large agencies that are looking to come over, that do not see themselves fitting into the Symmetry owner producer path, but truly want to kind of go at it alone. It's kind of the lone wolf path. And it's an excellent opportunity for those with a large organization that have their own marketing, they have their own onboarding systems, they have their own contracting. They're comfortable with the much more expensive lead process where it's massive mail drops, and we've got all of those vendors set up. We have all of the contracts set up to take on entire IMOs can come here and actually build. The cool thing too is that we have the bird dog bonus. This thing blew my mind when I heard Brandon and Brian and Pope talking about the concept of this. But we know that everybody's not going to fit in the Symmetry franchisable path, so they wanted to make sure that we were incentivized and paid and rewarded for us going out and identifying those that we need to lift up, that need a new home, that want to come to the wholesale side. So that's where the bird dog bonus comes in. And you heard Brandon and Casey explain that, and we'll get into bonus specifics again in coming weeks. But just know that if you're on the owner producer side at Symmetry and you're recruiting others either into the Symmetry franchisable model or to the wholesale model on the agency side, you're going to get to override that. You're going to get to enjoy on the profits that are generated by you going out and making sure you're doing the right thing and help us recruit and helping us grow to be a $1, $2, $3, $4 billion company. The second side of this is the affinity wholesale side. And on the affinity side, this is where we're looking at really large business mergers and partnerships. This is where we're starting to hear, as fast as we can possibly keep up with, some opportunities with mortgage companies, PNC shops, even some banks. We've got some contacts right now reaching out that are extremely interested in our debt-free life program, and they built their own systems to help individuals that have struggled with debt for years, and they love the product, they love the model, they love the heart and soul of what we're trying to go out and accomplish. So things like these are less hands-on for all of our Symmetry agents, owners, producers right now. There is a system being set up to where if you have contacts in the real estate market business with large real estate agencies or large PNC shops, you will get a form. You will fill out that form, do all the qualifying questions that we'll need asked, and then you simply hand it off to us. We will work with our affinity team. They will reach out to these individuals. They will contact them. They will work through if this is a good fit for us and for them both. And they will negotiate the deal, the partnership, and they will take off. They will run it from there. Still, you will still receive that bird dog bonus for that sharing and finding that opportunity wherever that may lead. And I can tell you, 3 or 4 of the deals that we already have in progress that are gaining significant traffic are massive deals. They will bring a lot of value and opportunity to Symmetry and to Quility and to Assura moving forward. And it will generate a lot of passive income for some of the individuals that have brought these deals to our attention. So it's just an exciting time. I can't tell you any better than what my mentor, Danny Young, said, which is, where can you go? Where can you go and work for a company that truly allows you so many different paths to achieve what the founders have found for themselves and so many other individuals at Symmetry already, with the opportunity to create generational wealth that really truly focus on growing yourselves, that really mean it when they say that relationships matter and people come first, and to create an opportunity where you can become your best you. We've got all the options, all the different paths that you could possibly take. We've got the benefits of the owner and producer's path. We have the opportunities of the wholesaler's path. And it's really about listening and responding to the needs of others around us. So many on this call are so fortunate to have been a part of Symmetry for quite some time. And we know our lives are different than what they were prior to finding Symmetry. So really the ultimate goal here, guys, is for us all to go out, reach one, teach one, find somebody else to lift up, find somebody else to pull with you. Let's make it a movement. You heard Casey talking yesterday about the big mo. And if we continue to push for that big mo and where Quility can go and the opportunities that we have out there, it is truly going to be significant. So I appreciate everybody hopping on for this very brief, short overview. Wanted to just kind of do a recap on the owner, producer, and wholesaler. And do stay tuned in the coming weeks, the next few Thursdays. Be some very special guests. Brandon and Casey are going to be on with me. Doug and Joe and the marketing team's going to hop on. We got some advisory board members lined up, all to really walk through and intently explain a lot of the new developments that are coming through the evolution of your company. So stay tuned. Appreciate everybody and what you do, and just stay ready. It's only going to get better, and we've got a couple more big calls coming. So even more major announcements to really excite and ignite the world and show you what's truly possible. So I appreciate everybody out there and look forward to talking to everybody real soon.